Greetings and welcome to another excellent chess video. This is Mega Training. I went and just burned a couple of Lichess puzzle storms, and I got a good one for you, so I'm going to show you what goes on here, etc., etc. And this is one of the ways you can train yourself to get better. Go to lichess.org. It's completely free. Click on the thing at the top, puzzles, and then go to Puzzle Storm. Try to get close to 41. Spoiler alert, it's quite difficult. A score of 40 is really good. Upper 30s, that's also good. But I wanted to give you this information so you can take a shot and compare for yourself. It's all random. You don't know what's coming. And that's what makes it as close to a tournament as you can get without actually paying the money to go play in a tournament. Because, spoiler alert, it costs money to play in chess tournaments as a general rule. There are some exceptions, but generally speaking, you're going to pay, who knows, I don't know what the rate is today. Back in the day, it was like 20 bucks in the 80s, so it's got to be more now, just off of the inflation alone. But that's another story. So let's look at this and see. We're going to go backwards, I guess. Well, I don't know. I'm going to go backwards or forwards. Let's go forwards. Go to the easiest and start from there. All right. Does it start the easiest here? I think that's true. Yes. No. The easiest is actually here. Okay. What is the deal with this? Here we go. All right. This one was real simple. Knight f6 check, and then knight takes rook. If he goes to the corner, rook takes rook is checkmate. He went king f8. I played knight takes rook check. So this is the answer here. Bang. All right, here's the second one. This is, the knight is forking f7 and h7. It's a checkmate. Just a double attack. Now I'm giving you the thematic explanation. This is a battery double attack on h7. That's a checkmate. Knowing the theme of the problem solution will help your brain to spot these patterns and give you something to hold on to in your brain. It speeds up the learning. You do whatever floats your boat. Doesn't matter to me. Check. Well, the answer is king forks the knight, or the knights, plural. He takes, I take back with check, and I'm going to take one of these knights for free. So that was a fork, double attack is what that is. When you say fork, double attack, it's the same thing. Okay, this is another fork, double attack here. This actually is a trap situation. Queen a4 check, and queen takes free bishop. Okay, that was that guy. So let's go. This is number 6. All right, here we're just going to skewer. Actually, this is a Three Stooges mate. Mo, Larry, and Curly will be my queen, self-sealing. So I call this the self-sealing checkmate. The queen blocks the only exit for the king. Checkmate. Number 7. What is this? Here, the blunder. Queen takes rook. Doesn't do anything. Queen takes queen. You lose. The key move is we're going to check and put a discovered attack on the queen. So rook d7 check. If he takes the rook, we take the queen. And there's no checkmate on the back rank, so we're good. All right, number 8. All right, this is a simple outside pass pawn, king and pawn endgame win. We trade rooks, and when he recaptures, we just go to f6. He has to stop this with his king. This is a diversion of his king. This is known as the outside pass pawn. Okay, so that was number 8. Number 9. Okay, here we're going to play an attempted ladder checkmate. He's going to play rook to e8. Do you see the move that gets his king? Pause the video if you need. 3, 2, 1. Here's the solution. Double attack with an X-ray, really. But you have two rooks attacking the rook, and he can play king to e7, and then either rook takes rook check. It's game over. All right, number 10 is here. This is just a checkmate. Simple back rank Three Stooges mate. All right. If we play queen takes queen, that's a blunder. Rook takes queen, you have nothing. Black is slightly winning. But here, we are going to double attack, fork his rook and his king. If his rook takes, we take the queen. Removal of defender. If he doesn't take the rook and moves his king, we just play rook takes rook, and the rook and queen X-ray attack defend each other. You got to know the reason why you're winning. If you don't know why you're winning and make a random move, while you could be winning and get lucky, I don't play luck chess. There was a guy I saw, an international master. He's of Indian origin, but he's born in America, speaks like American English. If you don't look at him, you would not know he was not, a regular American. The guy has, man, he's got hair up to here. It's awesome. Super nice guy. He's an international master, and he says, don't play hope chess. That's what it is. You're hoping to get lucky. This is number 12. All right. So here I see this queen. There's my spidey senses were tingling. Okay. And I realized a discovered attack. Bishop takes pawn check. Rook takes free bishop, and then queen takes queen. Adios, muchacho. So we don't play hope chess. We play skill chess. We build our skills to be good. This is just a self-sealing checkmate right here. This is another version of the Three Stooges checkmate. You're going to have Mo, virtual Larry from the queen, and virtual Curly from the queen. That's a checkmate. As my father would say, know your checkmates. All right. This is number 14. Let's just take it. And let's just checkmate him. Don't take the trap is to take the rook or do something stupid when you have queen g7 checkmate. It's the most basic checkmate in the world, really. Or one of the most basics. Now this one is a removal of defender. If I can play this move of rook to h7, that's a checkmate, right? What blocks that from happening? This pawn. Let's deflect this defender. Bam. Removal of defender. Usually you're going to remove a defender and then take the piece that's attacked. In this case, we moved a positional defender, not a tactical defender, and checkmated him. Kind of rare, but it's valuable to know. All right, here I see we had a battery already. Let's just battery attack him. Queen h7 check, king f7, bishop to g6. Hit him, queen takes, pawn check, game over. Goodbye. Covers the battery right here. Let's go to the next one. Bishop takes pawn check. Rook has to interfere. So bishop takes rook check, removes the defender of the queen. So this is a removal of defender in the end because we play queen takes queen, and that's a win. The thing that's so awesome about these problems, you can see for yourself just what kind of skills you have. Now, here's a key. What are we doing? This one's not obvious. If I move this bishop, he's going to play rook takes rook. And then I realize, well, look, if I play rook takes rook first, what's he trying to do to me? My dad's rule number 2. Rook takes rook first, rook takes rook, and then I can play bishop to a6, double attacking. I get a bishop attack on the rook, I get a rook attack on the bishop. He can't defend the rook, cannot go to the only square that defends the bishop because the bishop would take him. So we're going to fix meaning permanently leave the other rook on the c8 square. We're going to move him to a bad square, attack him, and now we win one of these pieces. And there's no checkmate, so we'll take the free bishop. Thank you. Okay, here we go. What do we have here? Well, look, I can just play knight to b5 check. Knight d5 is a blunder. Queen takes d5. So in these problems, these help you identify blunders so that you see, go, oh, that's a mistake. Don't want to play this. I want to play this. Queen takes knight, queen takes queen, you lose. So a lot of times people are concentrating on solving the problem, which is good. Find the mistakes that you don't want to play and recognize their mistakes. You train yourself to win, just like you train yourself with weights to get stronger. This is the chess equivalent of weight training. Here, the only thing I can check him with is my queen. Queen to c1 check, and I pin this bishop. And then I can play rook takes rook because he can't play bishop takes rook because queen takes queen. So, doink. And then rook takes rook. Thank you very much. Now you'll see the times that I spent on these. I got to get close to see those. Like that was a 6. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Blam, blam. No, the queen. Okay, that one was a 14 second. In my solution here, I did it much faster, but in the original thing, 14 seconds. Here you see this one is like, what, 6 seconds? 5 seconds. Those numbers are so tiny, I gotta get close. Okay. Do the most basic thing, brute force technique. Bishop takes free queen, rook takes free queen, check. It's even. Well, we don't want to do that. But we can play queen takes rook because it's check. And because it's check, king has to respond, and then bishop takes queen. We win rook. Queen takes rook, check. Bishop takes queen, and we're now a whole queen ahead. Goodbye. And the times on the problems are interesting, but it's not about the time per se. It's about being accurate first, being fast is second. Okay, what did I do here? I want to say it was h5. h5 check. His king is completely sealed. King to a7 only move. Knight checks. The rook is pinning this pawn. Knight checks, king to the corner, and checkmate. h5. Now, I'm telling you this before I do it so you can visualize this. Build the visualization power through your eyes using your chess brain. This is key. If you want to get good, this is what you do. And you do this every day, and you're going to get better. Just like lifting weights will make you better a little bit stronger every day over time. Here, the queen is completely trapped, blocked by his own rook, blocked by his pawns. What if I go g4? Queen takes bishop, and queen takes queen. I win. Thank you. All right, that was 8 seconds. This one was 4 seconds. This was what? Knight takes knight. Easy win. He takes a rook. I knight fork him. All right. That's fairly simple. Let's try this again. I'm going to go through this slower so you see it. So what happens is I see that this rook is a knight fork away if I take the knight. So we take the knight, and now he's messed up. If he takes the rook, I knight fork him, and I'm going to be a knight ahead with no troubles. Bang, you're dead. But I did the original thing 4 seconds like that, which is pretty hard to beat. All right, this was 11 seconds. Hey, well, I got queen checks. You can't interpose the queen because, well, actually you can. Oh, he can't interpose the queen because rook X-ray attacks him on b7. He loses hold of the queen's removal of defender, and you lose. I'm going to trade and take his rook. Where was I at? Over here. Okay, there we go. All right, what was the deal with this one? Bishop guards my rook, so pawn takes free rook. You got to be aware of defensive resources. Okay, that was good. What about this dude? Ha ha ha. Well, knight takes bishop is the most obvious move. In fact, it gives us a discovered attack on his queen. Game over. You know, brute force technique. Look at the most obvious move. All right, here we go. What's going on, my brother? Again, my queen is defended. Pawn takes queen, rook takes queen, bishop takes free rook. Deal. And the reason I'm showing you these at a relatively fast speed is you're getting a feel for this. But when you do this, it's much better. If you can do 20, it's 3 minutes. You get bonus for, making a certain number correct. You lose time, negative loss of time, which is a negative, not a bonus, but the opposite of a bonus. It steals extra time if you make a mistake. You do 20 and 0 with 100%. That's actually a very good score. It's not as high as my score, but that's not the point. The point is you want to test yourself against my score, because the more difference between my score and your score means the more that my videos will help you. It's not a question of proving how great I am compared to you. It's you want a teacher who knows things that you don't know, so that they can give you this knowledge and bring your powers up. Okay? You don't want someone who's just barely better than you. You want someone who's got some substantial, you get the general drift. Okay, here we have to ask ourselves, what do we need to do? That's my dad's rule number 1. How do we win this position? You got to know how to win the game. That's rule number 1. Number 2, what's he trying to do to me? So look, I need to take this. I need to queen this pawn. Now, here's the key. If you don't know this, rook pawns are really hard for knights to stop. Take it. I don't care about this. My king is going to this square. Why? Because it takes 3 moves before he can check me. And I'm just going to cash this. Now notice my bishop also guards the square, the queening square of the pawn. He has no chance to stop me. But even if he did, my bishop can kick his king out, so it's no problem. These are little things you have to learn, and they come up, and then they get repeated, like 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. By practice, like you used to use practice in school for addition, like I was showing you, it stays with you forever. Son of a freaking gun. Well, rook checks, king moves up to g7, and then queen to f6. You're dead. He's dead, Jim. That's a checkmate right there. Even if it wasn't checkmate, the next move is going to be checkmate. If he could even go there, it doesn't matter. You want to build, that's what I call my spidey senses. I sense this stuff from decades. I've been playing chess for over 55 years. I know I don't look it, but yes, I am that old. Here we go. This is a real simple one. We're going to set up a semi-windmill. We're going to play rook checks. King's going to have to go. This is a fence rook. It owns the 7th rank. So that's the fence line, is the 7th rank. Rook g7, king f8. Rook takes free bishop check. He's got to go right back here. And then we're going to go rook checks. He goes to f8. And then we're going to clean. Actually, we're going to clean this entire thing. We're going to clean his clock. So rook g7 check. Rook takes free bishop. Check. King back here. Repeat. Rinse and repeat. Rook g7 check. King to g8. Rook takes free pawn check. Now, if you do this 3 times in a row, the same check, it's a draw, right? No, it's not a draw. It's a draw if it's the same position exactly. Every time you take another piece, it's a new position. So it's a commonly asked question. If you thought about it, great. It means you're paying attention, and that's why I mentioned it. so that you would not be confused. I remove confusion if you pay attention. That's how you know I'm really good. Well, one of the ways, anyway. Well, rook takes bishop check. This is the first thing that comes to my mind. This is a destruction sacrifice. Pawn takes. And I can do stuff like, I don't know. Oh, the bishop guards the rook is the key. You got to know why you're winning. But my gut reaction right off the bat, look at rook takes, check, king takes, queen takes, free rook, removal of defender. Simple stuff. And my rook is guarded by my bishop. We're completely safe. All right, that was awesome. Oh, a tough guy. Okay, here's the tough guy answer. He attacks my bishop. We could play bishop a4. He goes b5, bishop b3, and I'm safe, what have you. I'm not playing safe chess. I'm playing, oh, your knight is pinned. Eat this. I'll take your queen all day, baby. You can bank on it. Now, the thing is, let's go back. See, the problem he has is if he moves his queen to, say, d8 or c8, knight captures knight. He cannot play pawn captures because bishop takes pawn and I fork the rook and the king. I'm going to win an exchange and a pawn. He's just getting annihilated no matter what he does. Everything he played loses. Some lose worse than others. You know, whatever. Queen takes g7. That is a blunder. Queen takes free queen. So, but I know my checkmates. My checkmates are, this is a Three Stooges checkmate, but in a weird configuration. You go, that's not a Three Stooges checkmate. Well, it would be if his king was here on g8, knight takes bishop checks, king to here, queen h5 is a Three Stooges checkmate. Because the knight, this is a virtual Mo, this is Larry, this is virtual Curly, because the knight is here. That is a checkmating configuration. But we're going to do it the backwards way. We're going to go queen h5 first. He's going to go here, and then we're going to check him. But this comes off of, normally this position tends to occur with the knight being checking and kicking the king off the g file. Tomato, tomato. But because it's a familiar position, I was able to see it, but flip the moves. That's the deal. This is one of the examples of true understanding of what you're doing. You're able to do the mental flip. What are we doing here? Well, we have a fork. Queen can go to h4 and fork the rook and fork h7. The only way he can defend both is like rook f7 and then knight takes rook. And knight takes rook. After he takes it, queen takes h7. We're in. He's dead. All right. That was this one. That was this one here. We just did that with the queen h4, so this is the other one. The next one. He checked me, that jerk. Well, notice what's he trying to do to me. My dad's rule number 2. Queen takes g2 checkmate. Let's defend the checkmate. We stop the check, stop the checkmate, and now I go king to the corner. Don't be fancy. It was one of my dad's key rules. I can't block this in any good way. I don't have to. Just go king h1. And this is another one of my dad's rules is, oh, you have a nice, strong, dark square bishop. I'm going to go to the white squares. So I mention these things because these things are recurring themes throughout your life of chess, okay? Like I've been playing since the late 60s, all right? Now, the only move that checks of any good, queen checks here is a blunder. Queen d3 check is a blunder because his king will escape and go back. We have a fence queen. This queen is a fence along the 5th rank and also along this light diagonal. So let's hit him with a rook check. Now we got him because, look, I could check him here, but that's not great. Look at this. Oh, rook to h1, you lose. Thank you. Now, I'm also going faster on these things, not to impress you, but to keep the video shorter, all right? That's why I'm doing it this way, instead of doing the problems and then showing you whatever. Okay, this is a deflection. We're going to deflect the defender of this queen, which is deflection is a type of removal of defender. We're going to go rook checks here. He has to take it. His king is checkmated if he doesn't do it. Well, he didn't have to take it. He could play queen to f8 and then rook takes queen and you lose. So this removes the defender of the queen. Queen takes free queen. Thank you. I always try to impress upon people. Don't try to be speedy like Hikaru. Try to be accurate like Hikaru or Magnus or anybody that you like. Here, look at this, man. I want to play knight to e7 check, but he has knight or queen takes. I go, wait a second. I'll just take this knight. And now I've decoyed, it's a decoy, the queen to a bad square, and now I knight fork him. Thank you. Oh, you took my rook. How proud you must be. Proud but losing. Because I have two knights against a rook. I have a rook, he's got a rook. I have a bishop, he's got a bishop. He's got a rook, I've got two knights for the rook, plus pawns in a great position. He's in trouble. This light square knight is awesome. This dark square bishop is worthless against this knight. So, it's not a butchering win, but it's a win. Hey. That was... Was that this problem here? No, that was the other one. What the heck was that? Oh, that was the queen. That was the queen takes knight. Okay, gotcha. I see a lot of positions, man, so that explains why. Okay, here's the dealio. What am I doing? I want to play pawn takes free bishop because I get a rook too. But if I play pawn takes free bishop, rule number 2. What's he trying to do to me? Queen takes free queen. Okay, so I have a phrase for this called removing liability. My queen is hanging. He's going to take my queen unless I get rid of it first. Now I'm going to take your bishop. And there's nothing you can do about it. Doink. Keep your stuff in order. Got it. That was queen takes queen. Yes, no problem. Let's go here. This is the next to last problem. Vel. Oh, look. What's he trying to do to me? Knight to e3 house fork. So it's check him. King comes here. Pawn takes rook. If he checks me, king takes this knight. Knight takes rook, and then knight takes knight. I'm a knight ahead. Deal. If he checks me, king takes knight. Knight takes rook. Knight takes knight. I have a knight. He's got no knights. So I easily win this. Knight and 4 pawns against 5 pawns. Easy win. Well, when you have done your endgame, studying to learn these things, it's an easy win. If you're not an endgame, if you haven't done endgame study, it's not as easy, but it's semi-easy. You got to be real careful. In the endgame, you got to be super careful. This one, I didn't miss it, but I ran out of time because you're always going to run out of time. Unless you simultaneously finish it as the time expires. I've never seen it happen, but theoretically, it's possible. So, this is a new one. What the heck are we doing? Well, I literally do not know. Oh, I see. Pause the video, see if you can figure it out yourself. And I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. The answer is, I sure hope this is the right answer. Nope, that's not it. I had this what do you call it? Pin on this. Oh well, that's not good. Bishop to e3 is no good. Bishop checks, rook takes. Oh yeah, bishop checks, rook takes, queen f7 wins. I remember I saw this, and the time expired. I'm like, oh, bishop g8, idiot. So there you go. But the problem is, from the solutions, going through it, I had forgotten that I had seen that. Oops. Oh, well, it's okay. These are the kind of tiny mistakes that will make you better. But you have to admit that you made a mistake, figure out what the mistake was, and that just gives you mental power to not make that mistake again. So this was a killer sequence of problems. 41, 100% accuracy. Super awesome. Okay, that's just super awesome. So, man. You start with 3 minutes, but you earn bonus time. And so the bonus time, 3 minutes is 180 seconds. I earned 75 seconds of bonus time by not making any mistakes. And it builds up. It's like a reservoir. It builds up, and when it fills up the reservoir, it gives you the free bonus time. To get the 41 problems is super difficult. Like I said, if you go for accuracy, if you can only get 10 in a row without making a mistake before the time runs out, great. Do that and then try it some more. See if you can get 12 or 15 or 20 or whatever it is. You can it's free. You can play it as many times as you want. You can try to do a speed one, but if you're not really 2,000 level player, you're not gonna get close to 40. I'm sorry. A 2,000 player could get 40 if the problems he got were the kind of positions you're comfortable in. A 2,000 player would not get 40 very often, but 40 is within the range of a 2,000 player. But he's going to have to be on his A game, and that's just a smoking hot result. So don't feel bad if you only get 20. Let's look at the problems. Let's see what the ratings are. They started out at 1,000 and change. Let's look at 20 problems. That's 9, that's 12, 15, 18, 19, 20. The 20th problem would be a 13, 14 rated problem. Now, what makes it difficult somewhat is I'm doing them fast. That makes it a little more difficult than they normally would. I could do these. I could literally do 40 plus without making a mistake all day long. But the time factor is the key. I didn't make a mistake. This is number 40. The number 40 problem was 1599, I guess. 1,600 for 41. Okay. Those are all easy problems for me. But it's hard, dude. 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds per problem. It gets old quick. So this is the pep talk for the mega training of Puzzle Rush. Not Puzzle Rush, sorry. Puzzle Storm. LeeChess.org. Go try it yourself, and then you're going to gain an appreciation for what I'm doing that you may not have when you started this video. I have many other mega training videos, and the thing about them, you get all these different lessons, boom, 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 right in front of your face, clearly explained by someone who knows what he's doing, who's won many, many, many tournaments. You've seen some of my master games. Those are masters that I beat playing 10-minute rapid chess on chess.com. It ain't fake. A lot of guys do fake stuff, blah, blah, blah. Fake stuff doesn't help you. What I do is all real, and it helps. It makes people better. I've made multiple people over 2,000s. It's not an accident. It's skill. That's all I have to say. So, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a lot. That's the point. Tell your friends. It'll help them too. So look forward to seeing you in another video. And as always, like and subscribe.